Welcome to the Nothing Much Just Chillin' Show with your hosts Emma and Julio. Nothing much, just chillin' show. Nothing much, just a chillin'.
Welcome back to NMJC. I'm Emma, and it is very late at night. Not very late. I mean, late for me. My bedtime is like 9 p.m., but it is 11:17 p.m. on October 31st, Halloween, and I leave in like 4 hours to go to the airport to go to Baltimore. And I'll explain why in a bit, but it is Halloween. Unfortunately, Julio and I did not do anything for Halloween. I did not dress up this year at all. Well, not in something like appropriate to share or post. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. I love Halloween and I love thinking of like something to be. And I actually had a really good idea this year for a mashup. There's this party that Julio's gotten invited to like last year and this year where it's like you have to, your costume has to be some sort of mashup between two like celebrities or characters or whatnot. So, and last year we didn't really do it because we couldn't think of anything. So we just did like Kravis. I was Kourtney Kardashian, he was Travis Barker, and we just made that our mashup. But like it really wasn't like a true mashup for the theme of the party. And I had a really good one this year, but you know what? I'm not even gonna say it because I'm just gonna use it next year. Actually, whatever. Who cares? I'm gonna say it. I was gonna be Wednesday Addams Sandler. I was gonna wear like Wednesday Addams on top, have the braids, and then wear basketball shorts and sneakers. Yet the reason why we didn't do anything and we didn't go to that party is because Julio went to a like boys weekend in Las Vegas, and he went to the When We Were Young music festival. I'm really jealous because a lot of the bands that I grew up listening to were there, plus Nessa Barrett, even though she was a no-show actually the day that Julio went. More modern pop punk people were there that I like, and the old ones, and yeah, I'm very jealous that he got to go. But yeah, so I was really lonely this weekend, but I guess I should back up and explain my week a little bit because it's been a little crazy. But like I don't even want to say busy because it's been, if I'm using the word busy, it's been busy in the best ways, but it's also been just like really overwhelming, and I don't see being busy as like a flex at all. Like I just don't have full control of my life right now, which isn't great, but in some ways, because I'm so constantly busy doing things and like don't really have much time to myself anymore, I feel like I don't have control of my life. On the other hand, I'm like, I am controlling my life because I want to do all these things right now because I like doing a lot of things at once. I like having a lot on my plate. I mean, there are seasons for grinding and seasons for resting, right? So I don't know. Yeah, I'm just in a season of grinding right now, and I think I've talked about that before. And yeah, so it's been a little hectic this week, a little overwhelming. But last episode I did with Danielle, and I am really trying to be on my Zach Sang shit. You know, I'm trying to be on my Zach Sang shit. Trying to be on my Sean Evans shit. So if you would ever like to come on because you have something to promote, or you know what, it doesn't really, you don't really have to have something to promote. You just have to want to chill with me, I guess, for an hour and record it. That was really nice that she came over to do that with me. And like I said in the episode, like her album is so fire, and I encourage y'all to listen to it because it's really, really, it's beautiful. And there are some lines she has that are just so beautifully said, and they're like things that people are too scared to say. And I really, really admire her. But I hope you guys think I did a good job, like kind of like interviewing. And like I said, I'm trying to be on my Zach Sang shit, okay? If you don't know who Zach Sang is, I can't help you. I'm just kidding. He's a guy who like interviews celebrities, and mainly musicians. So, and he like, well, you know what? I'm not even gonna explain it. If you know, you know. Monday, came home from work, worked more. Tuesday, I went to work. And then, so on Monday, I agreed to do a photo shoot with a photographer on Tuesday night who is from Miami and who was only staying till Thursday. It just kind of like came up because she was like, I'm actually here and I'm leaving Thursday. And I was like, oh shit. Well, the only day I could do is Tuesday night because on Wednesday I leave for a work trip. She was like, oh, okay, I can do it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, shit, that means I have to like model. And it kind of like freaked me out because I haven't modeled in a bit and I haven't been like taking pictures or like, I don't know, putting on cute outfits or makeup even lately because I've just been like working. And when I go to the Getty, like I wake up so early, I like roll out of bed and I just do my skincare and put on the same outfits every week because I have like no corporate office attire. I have way too many crop tops to work in a professional setting, but it's fine. Nobody really cares. But yeah, so I just like have been repeating outfits and I've just felt like meh, you know what I mean? Like meh about my parents. And I was like, I just want to feel hot. I want to feel hot because I just haven't in a really long time. And I just like need like some sort of like confidence boost right now because I'm really like, I'm just focused on not my beauty routine, you know? That is something that brings me joy. But sometimes I think that I can't give that to myself or give space to myself to do the sorts of like beauty routine stuff that I would like to be doing like regularly because I'm like putting like money first right now and I'm just putting like being really fast at my job first right now. But that ended up being a really, really nice time. Like even though it was a really long shoot and I thought it was going to be very short because I thought she was shooting film, but she was actually shooting digital. So we shot for like a lot longer than I thought. But it actually was so much fun and we vibed and I'm really glad I met her, this photographer. You can see her tagged on my Instagram. And then my friend Brooke last minute styled me and she kind of killed it. She kind of went off and yeah, it was really fun and I need to, I don't know, it just like gave me motivation to do more stuff like that when I come back from my trip. I want to pursue modeling more because it's really fun and I really love it. My passion in life is being behind the camera. I absolutely love shooting anything. Like I love shooting film, digital, video. Like I love it so much. I love being behind the camera so much. But being in front of the camera gives me like so much more knowledge on how to direct my clients, subjects, models, and it also just, I don't know, it's like an empowering thing. I think that's why I like it, and I just like expressing myself in all the ways that I can. So I'm really glad I did that. But Wednesday I took off work because I was like, I need to sleep in and I need to just like get my shit together because that night, Wednesday night, I had a flight to San Jose, which is just an hour flight. Like it's very, very short flight for a work trip with my client Whitney. And oh my God, I love my client Whitney. But anyways, so all day Wednesday, I was just like preparing for that, like making sure I had all the gear that I needed. I had to borrow gear. I had to charge. I had to get batteries. Like I just had to like get all my gear together so that I was fully prepared because I was about to go on this work trip and it's not like I could just run home if I forgot something, you know? Like I really, really, really had to pack strategically. All my lights I packed in a suitcase and tripods, 3 cameras, 3 mics, which is like 6 individual like transmitter receivers or whatever, and all my SD cards. And oh my God, guys, the 2 nights before I went on this work trip, I had nightmares that I forgot an SD card. So I packed like 10. I like made sure, like I double checked every single thing to make sure that I wasn't gonna forget everything, because I'm like, I'm not gonna, after my flash fiasco the other week, after my mistake, I'm like, I'm not making any more mistakes. I can't. I just can't. I can't afford to make mistakes, and I have to be perfect, because I can't come on here and be like, I forgot. Like, what if I came on here right now and was like, oh my God, this was the worst shoot ever because I forgot the camera that I needed to connect to the mic. Like, I forgot all my SD cards. I forgot my camera charger. Like, oh my God. Just thinking about it, like, gives me so much anxiety that, like, forgetting something that is crucial to the process, crucial to my job. So, anyways, did not forget anything. I had everything, and it went amazingly. This work trip was was stunning, the place where I was at. They rented this Airbnb to film at, and it had a gorgeous kitchen, which that's where we were filming the majority of things. So that's why they picked it. But it was gorgeous. I was staying there alone. I said it like that because it's like it was stunning. The view was stunning. It was on a winery. It was so peaceful and quiet. But I did watch The Watcher. Like, I was in the middle of watching The Watcher before I went. And just like spooky season, Halloween, and I did in fact get scared. I did in fact get scared that someone was gonna come murder me. Oh my God. And then one of the doors I like couldn't understand how to lock, and I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is how I die. I can't lock this door and someone's gonna come in. I mean, if somebody really wanted to come in and kill me, they would just break the door open, break a glass door, break a window, you know what I mean? Like, they could do it. So I don't know why I was like freaking out so much, but I mean, I got it locked. I figured it out, thankfully, but like, I was a little scared to be alone there. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, but I still enjoyed it. It was during the day, it was beautiful. Oh my God, Whitney, if you're listening right now, like, I really appreciate that Airbnb. It was so nice. Like, the bed was so comfortable. I was just like a little bit scared to be on my own, but like, I'm just a baby. I just don't like sleeping alone. Anyways, I got back from my work trip Friday, and because I don't like sleeping alone, I invited Esme over to come hang and sleep over. So we hung out, and that was great. I really needed that because Julio had left for Vegas that day, and he was like going out to the club that night. And I don't know if I've made it clear on here, but this is nothing much, just chilling. Don't get it twisted, but I am not a chill girlfriend. Not me. Not me, okay? I have no chill in my girlfriend body, you know what I mean? I have no chill in my girlfriend brain, you know? And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Anyways, so Esme came over, we hung out, smoked, got sweet greens is what she calls it. And then we watched Set It Up, the movie Set It Up. Pete Davidson is in it. He's like the friend of like one of the main characters, and Zoe Deutch is in it. And it is so cute. I love that movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's like a little rom-com, and that was just what I needed. And I actually didn't get any sleep the night before. So this was Friday night, and I barely got any sleep the night before. I kind of had a mental breakdown, but it's fine. I mean, it was work related, not like work from my work trip related, because that all went smoothly. But it was like other work related. I can't really go into the details of it, but like I was crying a lot. Let's just say that. Oh, and I also was about to get my period, so that really just, it's like, oh, that's why I was hysterically crying last night. I got my period today. The girls that get it. If you're watching this, you realize that I have like all these hats behind me. That's because I'm in my bed right now, and that's where my hat wall is, right behind my bed. And I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. It's like kind of colorful behind me if you're watching. I don't know if you like the setup. Let me know. Let me know like what setup that you've liked the most if you're someone who watches this podcast. So Saturday I did some errands and I worked. I just worked. This week was just a lot, and not having Julio when I came home from my work trip was devastating. And I really did not like it, and I did not like being away from each other this past weekend, but it's fine. And then Sunday, went to pick him up from the airport, and then later Sunday, we went to our friend Maya's birthday party, and that was so nice. So happy birthday, Maya. Also, happy birthday, Nadira. Nadira's birthday was the 29th. Maya's birthday was the 30th. And yeah, happy birthday to both of them. Both of them are two of my homies, two photographers, two incredibly talented, creative people. And I love them so much. If you're listening, guys, I love you so much and happy birthday. I hope both of your birthdays were great. They looked great. I mean, I wasn't with you, Nadira. It looked great, but I was with you, Maya, and I could tell that you were having a grand old time. But I just finished packing because, like I said, we're going to the airport in now 3-4 hours. We are going to Baltimore because my sister is getting married. I feel like I've talked about this on every podcast, but my sister is getting married on Saturday, November 5th. So we're going to Baltimore, going to be at home in Maryland for a few days, and then we're heading to the hotel in Delaware where the venue is. And I'm so excited. I called my mom the other day and she asked me if I was nervous or stressed about the wedding. I was like, I'm stressed about my bank account. I'm stressed that I have to work so many jobs to make one living. A joyous occasion, my sister's wedding, where someone does my makeup and hair and my mom, you bought my dress and shoes and accessories, and I've already had my speech memorized for the past 2 months, and I get to eat vegan chocolate cake and vegan lasagna and dance and party with people that I love and see family members that I haven't seen in a long time. No, I'm not stressed or nervous. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to not work on a weekend. But I still probably will be doing work in some capacity, but it's fine. I'm so excited. I'm not stressed at all. What do I have to be stressed about? I'm not the one getting, no, I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't think you should be stressed about getting married, and I don't think Olivia's stressed about the actual getting married part. She's been with Matt for 11 years, but I'm sure there's planning stuff that they're stressed about. But yeah, I'm not stressed at all. I've been working non-stop for months, and I'm excited for a little break. I'm excited for a little celebration, you know what I mean? A big celebration, you know? And I'm excited about my speech. I'm not nervous about it because, it is what it is at this point, and I've memorized it and I love it. So I'm proud of myself. It's gonna be the best day ever. I can't fucking wait. Next time we chill together, guys, my sister's going to be married. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. I mean, it's probably not crazy to you, but it's crazy to me. Oh, and I'm so excited because on Wednesday I'm gonna see my friends Natalie and Erica from growing up, and I haven't seen them in a really long time. Well, I saw Natalie because I did a photo shoot with her when I went home in Maryland in June, but I haven't seen Erica in a really long time, and I'm really excited to hug and see them. In this episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about being vegan, and that is because it is World Vegan Day when you're listening to this. Hopefully I can edit this really quickly, but it is World Vegan Day, November 1st, and I am vegan. Oh, surprise, I'm sure none of you knew that. I've been vegan for almost 9 years, and I just wanted to kind of touch on why I'm vegan, right? This the title of this episode is probably going to be something really clickbaity, like the real reason I'm vegan or something like that. But like, it might seem like annoying, like online, if I ever talk about veganism, I'm just like, oh, she's talking about veganism again. But like in real life, IRL, people ask me about it all the time. People ask me how to do it or why I did it. The usual sentiment is usually someone, when I tell them I'm vegan, or if they find out, they usually want to know about it and they have a lot of questions. And whether the questions are ones that I get a lot, that are very common or not, I always want to do my best to answer them, because I might be the first person that's vegan that they've ever met. I might be the first vegan that they've ever talked to or asked those questions. So I never want to like put someone down and be like, why'd you ask me that? Unless it's like, well, what if you were stranded on a deserted island? Because that one gets a little old. That one's a little old. I don't like that one. Because that's not like a serious question. That's like someone just trying to fuck with you. But so question, why are you vegan, Emma? Well, the truth is, it is something that's very, very close to my heart. So it's kind of hard for me to talk about, and because I never want to give off the vibe that I would judge people for not being vegan. I think I have in the past given off that vibe and actually judge people for not being vegan. But I think as time has gone on, you just get older and wiser, and you realize that there's so much hurt in the world, and that like every little bit of goodness in the world counts, So you don't have to be vegan to make a difference. It's just a way that I like to make a difference in the world. I went vegan December 2013, and that is because I was watching a Paul McCartney video. He was explaining something about veganism or plant-based eating, or why he was vegan or whatever. If you didn't know, Paul McCartney is vegan, and so is his daughter, Stella McCartney. And I watched this video and something kind of like clicked. That's like the best way I can describe it. Like something just clicked. And then I think on the recommended side of YouTube was a documentary called Earthlings that is narrated by Joaquin Phoenix, I believe. And I clicked on it and I watched 5 minutes of it, not even 5 minutes of it. And something like pulled at my heart. I just had this epiphany. And if you don't know, Earthlings is a documentary that shows animal abuse and how we profit off of animals in every business, and shows animals being taken advantage of in so many ways. And I immediately paused it because I was like, I have to do something now. And I went I was in college, I was in my college apartment, and I went to my pantry and my fridge, and I looked through all the stuff I had and marked down which things weren't vegan. And then I was like, okay, once I finish these things that aren't vegan, like it was like maybe yogurt and cheese, and once I finish all these non-vegan things, I'm going vegan, and I'm never, like from this point on, I'm only buying vegan groceries. It's like emotional for me because that was just such a defining moment in my life where I was just like, I'm saying no to this. I'm choosing a different lifestyle now. I think a problem that I have, I guess it's not a problem, and this is gonna sound like really fucking annoying. I'm really sorry, but I was just born with like a really annoying moral compass, and karma just happens in my life instantaneously. Like I will have a negative, mean thought about somebody and then immediately trip. If I do something that is against my moral belief system, or just in general, like not in good character, something will happen like immediately to like humble me, if that makes sense. I've just like always lived my life like this. This is just what I've noticed from my life, is that good things are always happening to me. Good things happen to me. Opportunities always open themselves up for me. Love is always around the corner for me. I'm such a lucky person that if I for a second take that for granted or choose to act out of character, life immediately is like, nope. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I believe very strongly in karma and being a good person no matter what, and being the bigger person no matter what. So yeah, I chose to be vegan, and I've chosen to be vegan for the rest of my life. You know, there's never going to be a time where I'm not vegan. And there were times during the first year being vegan where I did eat, like, I think I ate like a cheesecake, a slice of cheese pizza, and a cupcake. Yeah, I can like count on my hands the amount of times that I've like cheated. There were a few times when I was studying abroad where I had stuff with like milk or egg in it. I do think that's like I wouldn't do it now, basically. I would not, just to have a travel experience. I wouldn't do that now just because there's so many options, and I just have Happy Cow everywhere with me. Happy Cow is my favorite app. If you are trying to eat more plant-based or want to know where vegan options are in your area, or what restaurants are like not vegan but have vegan friendly options, download Happy Cow. Happy Cow is such a lifesaver. Like, I've used it all over the world, and not all over. I've used it all over the world, no, but like I've used it all over Europe when I was studying abroad, and all over the US. And it's a lifesaver for vegans, or if you're trying to eat more plant-based, to know where the options are around you. So basically, I am vegan for ethical reasons. I do not believe that animals were put here for us to profit off of or take anything from. You know, even bees, like I don't think that we are supposed to take their honey because it's their food, and they make it for themselves. They don't make it for humans. I just believe very strongly that no cow, no chicken, no pig, no fish. This is going to sound kind of like weird, but no animal is like, you know what? Today I want to get killed because I want to be on Emma's dinner plate. Animals don't, there's no such thing as like a suicidal, I mean, you know what? I could be wrong. Some cows, some pigs, they could be suicidal, but I'm sure they're suicidal from like conditions that they're in at like slaughterhouses. But anyways, no animal is like, I'm willing to die for a human to eat me. You know, it's not their choice to die. They are murdered. And that is just not okay with my moral compass. There's this analogy. I mean, I don't know if it's called an analogy, whatever, but and this is like a common thing. Like, I think I learned it in an ethics class. Yeah, I took an ethics class. Like, that's how fucking insane I am. Okay, anyways. So it's called the train dilemma, I'm pretty sure. Please tell me one of you has heard of this before, but it says if you are driving a train and you are like, there's a lot of examples that you can use. If you're able to change tracks, and one of the tracks has a young boy or a child on one of the tracks, and then the other track has an elderly person, and you have the choice to save either of them. Like, who do you save? You only can save one. Who do you save? Obviously, you probably will save the child because they have more life to live. Like, that's like the obvious answer because that's just like the easy way out. Obviously, it's so horrible thinking about that. Like it's an awful one. I'm sorry guys, but but basically, imagine you are on the train and there's 2 tracks. One of the tracks has a bunch of people and the other track has animals. Obviously, no one wants to kill people and nobody wants to kill the animals with the train, right? But in this scenario, obviously, you would save the people and not the animals. Well, what if you didn't have to choose? What if you were driving the train and somehow there was a way that you could stop it, or you could choose another track that didn't have anything on it? There's no animals, no elderly, no children, no people. Imagine if you just could save everyone. Would you? That's how I feel about veganism. There is a choice to be made always, but sometimes you don't have to make the hard choice. Sometimes it's just not a hard choice. Sometimes it's a very easy one. And it was a very easy one for me, and it's going to be an easy one for the rest of my life. So if you're listening to this on November 1st, World Vegan Day, which hopefully I'm able to get this up, I challenge you to have at least one meal today that is plant-based, that doesn't have any animal product. And let me know that's the question for this week. What's a plant-based vegan meal that you ate today or this week, or what's your favorite one that you've tried? It could be one that you've made yourself, one that you've cooked yourself, or one that you've had at a restaurant. I love food. I'm a big foodie. I think I've said this before. I'm vegan, but I'm not like super healthy. I think I'm healthy-ish, but obviously veganism is not a diet, it's a lifestyle. All my shoes are vegan, I don't have leather in my wardrobe, or real leather, and there's a lot more things that I could talk about with veganism, but let me know if you guys have any questions for me about being vegan. I am always open to talking about it with people who respect my choice to be a vegan, and I respect people's choices to not be vegan. Like I said before, like there's so much hurt in this world that whatever you're doing to do good in this world is enough, because we're going through it, I don't judge anybody for not being vegan, and I also there's no stupid questions. You can ask me anything. You can ask me what my favorite substitutes for anything are, or what I like to cook, or I don't know. You can ask me anything you want. Like, seriously, no stupid questions. So yeah, that was episode 72, guys. Thank you for chilling with me, and I will talk to you next week. Love you. Bye.
Nothing much, just a chillin'.